Yoda. Hello, beautiful world. I feel too short but too tall. That's a bit better with my hair. Kind of looks like a spider nest. Is there even such thing? It kind of looks like a spider, kind of like a nest. Kia ora, hello. If you are joining me, my name is Madeline Lee. I'm from Stigma. I'm just sharing the live. It's been a little while since I have... Oh, my computer's being a little slow. It's been a little while since I've been live. I was going to say I've been hiding. Say kia ora, say hello if you're joining me. I am just sharing the live. So then I can have my full devoted attention with you, with me, with you, with the energy. Kia ora, Phil. How are you? Lovely soul. I saw you doing badass things the other day in the group, killing it, getting it, experiencing it, putting all your magical skills into action. I love it. I dropped in and had like a quick little listen and loved the shirt. It was freaking incredible. Okay, share, and then we are ready to go. Let me just double check that I shared correctly. Yeah, I've kind of been hiding or hibernating, but at the same time, I think I really fucking needed it, and it was like a different kind of hide or hibernate that I've been kind of been in. It's been weird. It's been like a subtle death. So if you've been following me for a while, I am quite, well, shall I say, past versions or parts of myself have in the past been quite extreme or quite severe, quite dramatic in the ways of my emotions and my deaths and rebirths. They've been really extreme. I think that's the best... Is that the best word to describe it? Quite extreme, like, you know, like proper like death, rebirth, like a full like purge and breakdown and like need to hibernate for like a week and kind of, or really extreme, I almost want to say that, real good and real bad, like real rebirth, real light and dark. And Phil says, thank you, just chilling tonight. Yeah, keep it up. I can't wait to see you going live more. Like, I'm always looking out for it. It's incredible. I love that you're showing up, Phil. So fuck yes. Get it, dude. Glad you are chilling. Hope you are well. So yeah, I've had a conversation with my mentor and done some journaling about this little spa. It's weird. I've like kind of had like 3 little phases of space. Like I had like a proper what I'm used to is like as like the extreme or I even want to say severe, I don't know, maybe it is just extreme death rebirth. So maybe 3 weeks ago I had like an 11-day time frame where I like ended up sleeping for like 11 days and just done the bare necessities because it's what my body needed. My body was like detoxing all this stuff, but I also had like a distant healing and all of these things, and then I kind of came through, and then I was sitting in this place that I was calling like a sitting gap. That's what I'd come up with as the definition or the description of like the energy, the space, the mood, the state that I was kind of in. I was calling it a sitting gap because I was really, really neutral, and it was like I just had to sit there because like all this stuff was kind of happening around me, and it was like I was kind of confused, but I knew it was like I just need to hands off and kind of observe whatever's going on kind of around me, if that makes sense. And then it was like this neutral acceptance. So beforehand I was like looking at my whole life and looking at the things around me and just complain, which some of it was valid, you know, like having a moldy shower and my foot had like this, it's almost gone, by the way. That's another live that I really will share and drop into around my foot and my skin clearing up with Phil Hannah's fucking Haven healing. No shit. Like, that's what healed it. I've tried antifungal cream on it. I've tried apple cider vinegar, foot soaks, and all these different things. nothing fucking worked, and then we went through anyway. So that's a different story for a different day. But yeah, so this just before the sitting gap, I was going through this really frustrated kind of. I was just frustrated at everything. I was fucking complaining about everything. I was frustrated at everyone. I was grumpy. I was like, I was very negative mindset, and kept like all I could, like my van broke down. I had no car. This, that, the other. Oh, this didn't work out. That didn't work out. And it was like that law of attraction when we start spinning and we're like, everything's going bad and then everything's going worse. And we can't really see the blessing in it all at the time. And we're just like, fuck, can I catch a fucking break? And I just could not stop complaining about like the mold. I've just actually cleaned all my shelves out and restacked all my beautiful oracle cards and new books, because I just got new books that I'm super excited about, etc. And because all my clothes, like when I pull top out, it's got mold all over it. I don't want to be living in this kind of house situation anymore. I've just shifted into this new energetic space that I want more than this. Like I really want a home that is my home, that feels really clean and delicious and fucking luxury deliciousness. So I've had like, that's a whole nother like worthiness, like life visionary kind of journey that I'm on at the moment. But with the mold and things in the house and the shower, just you can't open the door because of the fire alarm and all these things. And so all I was doing was like fucking complaining, and I couldn't get out of the space. I was like, fuck, Maddie. I knew that I was like attracting it more to myself. I was like, fuck, like what's going on? Just became more and more frustrated, and then my foot fucking flared up more and more, Phil. Not surprised at all. Nah, she's fucking incredible, isn't she? The natural fucking healing in this shit is so real, man. I'm gutted I didn't take photos of my foot when it first happened, but I've taken photos of, so it's spread on both feet. My right foot is pretty much all clear, which was the one from the Haven healing, and now the left foot, it's just peeling, but I'm not irritated, I'm not itchy, I'm not sore, I'm not cracking anymore, but it's fucking, you can see the skin's peeling, but it's insane, man. But yeah, so I came into the sitting gap, which would have been like maybe like a week ago, or maybe a week and a half ago, what I would have called like this energetic sitting gap. Because all of a sudden, all of these things I was complaining about and frustrated at and pissed off, and also even like clients and stuff and people that keeps on saying, oh, I really want to work with you. I'm going to work with you one day. I'm like, well, do it. Make it happen. You've been saying that for a while. I don't really have time for people RNFing or people half in, half out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I'm like, nah, you're not like my whole, if you want to call it avatar, niche, whatever you want to call it, my soul aligned clients, my tribe, my people, my community, my purpose, my heart that's connecting to people. It's all kind of transforming and recalibrating into something new. And the people that I want to surround myself in my personal life, my business, my clients are the fucking yes ones. The ones that, okay, yeah, I don't know how, I have no fucking idea how I'm going to get there, but fuck yes. And like, so I'm going on another ramble today. So I must be climbing back. Phil says, I know, right? She doesn't fuck around. No. Was it tinea? Yeah, tinea is the same as athlete's foot from what I understand. Yeah, I've had so I reckon I have two things. Or have, whatever. I definitely think it's athlete's foot. So I've had athlete's foot in the past, and it's kind of reoccurred and then gone away and then reoccurred and then gone away. And I treated it with the cream so many times, and then the more expensive cream didn't work. And then back in 2020, when I fell pregnant and had my miscarriage, I asked them for tablets, oral tablets, because I was excruciating. I was nearly bleeding, like itching my feet, and they can give you oral tablets. And they said, oh, if you're pregnant, no, because it will damage the baby. And I went, what the fuck? Like, why the fuck are you giving me the tablets then, even if I'm not pregnant, if it's going to damage the baby anyway? So I've had reoccurring kind of backwards and forwards athlete's foot, but there's something else, Phil, that I don't know a diagnosis or label for it, but there's something else weird, because it gets itchy, and part of it seems like athlete's foot, but then it gets itchy, and I itch it. The skin it then like gets real itchy, and then you can kind of see what look like pustules. It looks like kind of pustules. I'm going way off track now, but I don't give a fuck. It looks kind of like pustules on the skin, like there's pus or like a pimple head or whatever, and then there's nothing underneath it. Eventually it just peels and it's dry skin, and it can't, but there's no liquid, there's no pus that comes out of it or anything like that. And then sometimes before it peels, it kind of goes not purple, but kind of like a dark colour underneath the skin, and then it just peels, and then my foot peels. It's weird, it's very different. Phil says, love your dressing gown, it's lit as fuck. Thank you so much, I'm always in it, which is actually, I cleaned it this week because I wake up in the morning and I think because where I live, I love just being nude in my own room, and I can't really be here because I've got like 6 or 8 neighbours down my driveway, so it's a bit darn hard, a bit close to them. Yeah, it is interesting, Phil. Like, I do reckon it is athlete's foot, but there's something else too, and I've never said, like, there's so many different you can study skin conditions forever, there's so many, but I've never really put my finger on what particularly it is, but I reckon it's just deep core into my emotions, deep core into like the core emotions of me, what needs to still be healed, if that makes sense. But where was I with, so sitting gap. So yeah, I came into the sitting gap, look at me all over the place, but it's fantastic because it means I'm coming back into my flow of me. Yeah, so I came out of like all that complaining, and then all of a sudden it was almost like I just woke up one morning and it's almost like I just woke up and I just had like this release of everything, of acceptance, like genuine acceptance. I wasn't trying to force or concentrate on, Maddie, you need to accept where you are because you can't get. I talked with my mentor about it, and I talked about it with a girlfriend as well, around like visioneering and dreaming and having desires and stuff about where I want to be and where I want to go to, and what my home wants to be like, what my life wants to be like, who I am and who I'm becoming, and what my business is changing into, and all the things I desire and want to bring into my life. But I was doing all this visioning and but I wasn't grateful for where I was. I wasn't grateful for what was right in front of me. All I was doing is complaining and almost like, I don't know if shaming's the right word, but like looking around me and I was like, fuck, there's like mold over there, there's cockroaches over there, I've got no car. Like I was not in a gratitude of my present moment and my present gifts and my present lovely things right now. And then suddenly I just woke up one morning and I was just in this energetic, like genuine acceptance that I wasn't forcing it. I wasn't trying to be like, Maddie, come on, you have to accept this, hurry up. Like, you have to accept this. Otherwise, if you don't go into gratitude, how the hell are you going to ever be able to, you're going to block your visionary and your dreams of like what you desire and where you want to go and where you're going. I just woke up, and then that's when I kind of slipped or moved or shifted into this, what I'm calling a sitting gap. And then I just had this sitting gap of just like, my girlfriend said to me, she's like, but don't you want to like try and move out of where you are because the shower's really moldy? And I was like, no, it's all good. And I genuinely was like, it's all good, I'm going to have a shower in my moldy shower. That's sweet as, like, happy as to go shower in the shower that I was swearing at the day before. I was like, fuck. So I was in that sitting gap for like a week and a half. And then I've just the last week had like almost like a detachment of some sort. Some people would say that the energy was almost like one of those energies of like almost give up on the space or feel really detached or something with my business and my life and my purpose last week. And I realized, having more conversations and journaling about it and different things, that my whole entire life, my purpose, my business, it's all recalibrating at such a fucking fast, like it's spinning, turning still. And I thought that I'd almost like not got through that, but like I thought I had passed through the the spin or the turn that my business and my life and myself and my development, I thought I had turned the biggest corner already from kind of the different versions of myself and different shifts and different like expansion that I've been through in the last couple of years, and the different, even from when I trained to be a certified mindset coach to now doing the intuitive healer stuff, still holding my herpes support all the way through. And then my dancing, like my dancing's changed. I used to teach a lot of twerk fitness and twerk stuff, and then now it's really changing into a lot more expressive emotive dance stuff that like I don't feel alive. Like I like twerking in my daily life, but I don't feel as alive doing the twerking as I do with emotive expressive dance, if that makes sense. So the reason I actually came live in this beautiful little natural intuitive flow of a rant, what did you say, Phil? Maybe someone is sending bad juju. I don't know, maybe. Was to talk about if we are not behind the energy of something. What did I name that? I always need to go back and look at the live title, because there's so much going on in my head, especially when I'm coming back into my beautiful energy that I'm rising back into, that I'm fueling and refreshing back into at the moment. If you ain't in the energy, if it's flat, you could be in recalibration to your next shifting level. So the reason I named this live that, is that the words? That, yep. Is that I realized last week when I had this disconnect to my purpose, to my business, to my clients, to my passion, to my work, to myself and my personal, was quite kind of, I suppose, a little bit low last week. And I was just kind of like, I just can't be fucked. I was like, it was almost like a sense of give up, but I would never give up because it's not in me. My heart is like, maybe I feel those emotions of like a little bit lost, or like what is going on, or I'm sitting here like, oh, I don't really know. Like I just launched my beautiful fucking website I've been designing or working on so hard, and I said to my mentor, I was like, I know I just launched this like a month ago, but I want to change it all again. It doesn't feel like it's me already. Like it is me, of course it's me, but now I feel like I've gone through like a whole new shift, a whole new death rebirth already, and I almost want to change it. But the reason I wanted to come on, if you ain't in the energy and it's flat, it could be that you're recalibrating, that you're recalibrating, that you're shifting, that you're moving, that you're changing, that you're growing, that you're expanding. So it may be all like, it can be okay to be a little flat for a moment. And I've only just started moving out of this today when I had a call with my mentor today, and we shifted through some stuff, and I've got some beautiful new programs that are going to be launching in the next month. And when we tuned into and tapped into that, I was like, fuck, okay, I've realized we talked about like 3 different groups of different types of people and different types of energies and environments and kind of soul people that we want to connect with. And I realized that the types of people that I want to work with in life, that I want to gravitate into me, that I want to enjoy in my personal life, that I want to connect with and be in the energy, the people I want to support and guide, that I want to learn with and grow with, the types of people I want to be around, it's shifting, it's moving, it's recalibrating. Like there's a different, like I can't, if someone wants to, and it's amazing how that nothing is ever a fucking coincidence. Like I'm looking at my business and the little things that I've created and the little courses that I already have, and now I know I have the foundations for different past versions of myself that are mirrored in other people that come to me for support and come into my tribe and my space. I have these things now, the foundations that are there for those versions of different types of people, but I know where my time and my energy wants to be now to help people, and it's the people that are like, fuck yes, let's go, let's take on the fucking world. I don't want to be spending and pouring all of my time into different versions or past versions of myself that are living in fear constantly, that are in a different state where they're like, oh, but if, and excuses. But at the same time, I honor that version of myself. I honor those people that are at that stage and growing and healing through that stage. And I've got all these other beautiful tools that are already there, beautiful things that I can share with people. But it means that it's opened up time and energy and space for me to pull in this beautiful new essence. And that's what shifted me into this new energy today, into this fresh energy of feeling aligned again. Because the last week or so I was like, I just can't be fucked. I was like so flat and I wasn't in the energy. I was like, what's the fucking point? I was like, everyone's got excuses. People don't turn up to their phone call, like they fucking forget. I'm like, I don't want this anymore. Like, boundaries. Like, if someone wants to work with me, or someone wants to be in my life personally, so it's not just business, it's not just personal. I'm like, if you ain't even gonna reply to my message, or you're not even gonna put it in your calendar and you're late and you don't turn up, I don't like, bye. And it ain't harsh. Before I would be like to myself, Maddie, is it a bit hard? Like, life happens. And I'm like, so fucking what? So does my life. Doesn't mean like, and we're not all perfect, you know, like we have car crashes happen, or illness happens, or family emergency happen. I get that, and that's different. But when you can energetically feel that people don't respect your time, or they're not ready, or they're not there, they're just in a different part of their journey, and that's okay, different version of themselves, that's okay. But that's not where I want to be. And that's why I was so flat last week. And I was so flat because I was recalibrating, and I was moving and shifting all of this energy inside me, but I didn't know. I just thought I was flat. I was like, I said to my mentor, I was like, oh fuck, it feels like I'm giving up, but I'm not giving up because I never give up. But I'm like, something's flat, like it's all flat. It's like flat fucking lemonade. Phil says, I hear you. Yeah, Phil. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for the people that just fucking say, fuck yes, let's take on the world. And that when they have an issue, or they have a problem, or their shadow hits them in the front of the fucking face, they're like, okay, so this is my fucking shadow. I'm fucking uncomfortable. I'm feeling fear bubbling, or I'm feeling like I'm hiding away, but I'm fucking still here. I'm here. I'm willing to fucking do it. Let's fucking go. Like it is. It's like the people that want to take on the fucking world and will do anything, and they're on fire, and let's just fucking like roar. Let's vision real fucking big. Let's vision so big. There's been so much visionary stuff that's been going on for me that's like, vision so fucking big. All I've been doing and all I've been seeing at the moment on all of my social media, and all I've been like fueling my mind with, is just watching all these fucking phenomenal, and I just realized there's like they're all women, self-made multi-millionaire women, like fucking taking on the world, like literally doing fucking amazing things and changing the motherfucking world, and dreaming so big, and like all the visionary and all of these things. And I'm like, fuck, this is incredible. And then I'll talk to someone like in my personal life, I'll talk to them and I'll say something like, oh Maddie, yeah, but that's not really possible. And I'm like, oh, get out with your limiting mindset. Because honestly, I'm like, do you know what? I do want to travel the world. I do want to travel the world and meet all the amazing people all over the world that I've met through social media. I want to go and I want to do healing and dancing fucking workshops and retreats all over the fucking world, and help people work through their emotions and their trauma and their limiting beliefs, and come back to their confidence and their self-worth. I want to do so much out there. It's like, Phil says, fuck yeah. It is, Phil, it is. It's like, it's just such a shift. But the point is today, if you ain't in the motherfucking energy, if you're not aligned, and you can feel that you're not aligned, and this can be with anything, it can be in a romantic relationship, it can be with hobbies, it can be in a job, it can be in your business, it can be fucking relate to anything. If you ain't behind the fucking energy and you're fucking flat, it ain't gonna fucking work, because you need to be behind the energy. And that's something real big that's been drummed into me this week, that if I ain't behind the fucking energy, it ain't gonna work. It just ain't. But if you're flat and you're in that space, like I was last week, where I was like, oh my God, I'm not in the energy. Okay, yep, well, I know I'm not in the energy. Hannah, I'm not in the energy. I'm not in the energy, so I'm not aligned. What the fuck's going on? god, I'm so flat. I'm flat fucking lemonade. What do I do? Oh my god, I'm disconnected with my entire business that I've been building for 2 years. I'm like, it feels like my business has given up on me, but I've not given up, but it's like I'm disconnected. It's like my business is over here and I'm over here. What's going on? I'm not in the energy, so I know that. So what the fuck do I do now? I'm like, how do I get in that energy? I'm trying to get in that energy. Oh fuck. I'm like, all flat fucking lemonade. And then I realized just today, I was like, that flatness, that was essential. That was a part of shadow. I also needed that flatness because while I was in that flatness and I was that fucking flat lemonade last week, feeling so fucking disconnected, I was fucking recalibrating all of my energy, all of my levels and this and that and my realms and this and that and everything in my body. My body was refreshing. My energy was moving and recalibrating. Everything was integrating and processing. It was all leveling into this new version of myself. The new version of who I already am, that I keep on thinking I'm becoming, but I already am her. Everything's moving and everything's changing. So if you're not behind your fucking energy and you're feeling fucking flat, at least you're aware and you know, I'm not in the energy. Okay, fuck. Have a moment, then come back and go, okay, it's not the end of the world. If I'm not in my energy and I'm flat, just give it a minute. Just give it a minute and pause. Because it doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have to be give up. It is and can be recalibration, integration, processing, so that everything can come together. Phil says 100% beautiful soul. Yeah, very big learning today, and I usually don't even go live this late. It's 10:45 at night here in New Zealand. So messages, guys, you have to be behind the motherfucking energy or it ain't gonna fucking happen. And if you're not there, don't freak out. Just give it a moment because it might be recalibrating too, especially when you're doing so much expansive and so much expanding and so much growth and so much powering through things. So there's going to be so many changes in Raja stigma in the next little while. There already has been so many. It's like changing all its different faces and versions of itself and personalities at the moment. It's fucking incredible. So yeah, there's going to be lots of new stuff. There's going to be an absolutely fucking incredible one-on-one opportunity with me being launched shortly in the next couple of weeks. We're just waiting on a photo shoot. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing some in-person stuff in Auckland, New Zealand as well. Otherwise, at the moment, there is my 12-week intuitive healing and mindset coaching immersion. The doors are open for the last intake for 2022. This is the original mindset coaching course that changed my life and saved my motherfucking life. Works all on the subconscious mind, our limiting beliefs, stepping through our negative emotions, how we process them. It is fucking incredible. It saved my fucking life. So I will chuck the link in the comments for that one as well. If you have any questions, send me a private message. Otherwise you can check it out on the website rajastigma.com. There is also, if you are new here, there is my beautiful free self-care pack as well, so jump in there and download that as well. Otherwise, tune in with your energy, see where your energy is at. It is okay if you're not in your energy, but become aware of that. Become aware and observant enough to be like, okay, I'm not in my fucking energy, so everything's gone flat. And then give yourself a moment because it could be that you're just recalibrating. But it can also be, I suppose for me in the last week, it was kind of overwhelming because I have been changing so fucking much, especially in this last 9 months. I keep on thinking I've done all the changing, transforming and healing. And then all of a sudden it hits me again and I'm like, what? Next version of myself already? Next level? Next recalibration, next birth, next death, and it just keeps coming, and it's fucking incredible, but it's rapid as fuck, and it's when you do the fucking internal work, it moves so quick, guys. You just have to choose to pull finger, make a choice, and decide, I'm gonna fucking change my fucking life. I'm gonna fucking change my life, and I'm gonna create the life that I fucking dream of. I'm going to start opening my imagination, my dream space, my visionary, that I fucking want this life and I fucking can have it and I deserve it and I'm going to fucking get it and I'm going to own it, and let's go. Because you fucking can. Don't let anyone tell you that you can't. So go get it. Go do it. Go show up. Go move through it. Okay, I love you all dearly. I have a beautiful new deck of cards as well, so I will catch you all live for some live oracle cards tomorrow. So keep an eye out if you want to tune in and have a message or a card tomorrow as well. Love you all dearly and have a beautiful, beautiful sleep.